everyone, welcome to the channel. It's Rad, and we're gonna check into the Venus transit. It's transiting through the sign of Aries, and it entered there at 5:45. That is Eastern Standard Time, AM this morning. And it's going to transit through Aries as per my calendar. I'm watching it right now, all the way up until the 30th of March at noon, so 12:01 p.m. Venus will enter into the sign of Taurus. So give or take 24 days, give or take few hours. And that will be the period of time that this reading is going to focus on, as far as the influence of Venus is concerned. And the cards that I drew for the collective reading, so I can use them for the thumbnail. You can examine them for yourself if you are interested. So at the thumbnail are as followed. Now, the first one, that will be the Magician, followed by the second card, that is King of Pentacles. And the third one, we have Queen of Pentacles. So right off the bat, or off the bat, I'm sorry, this transit of the Venus is gonna push us into a lot of stir, a lot of dynamic. Literally, as the planet hits into the sign of Aries, probably you're feeling it already. The kind of like the feeling is going to be that there is no time to lose. Although there will be these nagging feelings, if I might put them that way, and even notifications from other people primarily, that we can't enter into new phases, into new phases, or start ordering new procedures, new undertakings, new challenges, if you will, because there are still stuff unfinished that we need to attend to. And also there is going to be these assumptions that are directed to us, that we are quitting, or kind of like separating, relinquishing, or severing way too quickly, I'm sorry, from one partnership to another. And to all of these insinuations, because this is exactly what it's going to be, we can all say more or less screw them. What I mean is that that will be the transit for as far as our relationships and the way we make money is concerned, that we are to build a personal sovereignty and kind of like really present oneself exactly as one is. Because throughout this transit, if those cards are to be believed, will be the moment into which we can find, for example, or settle on a job that is exactly tailored to our preferences, our needs, and also our capabilities, and to end up seeing, dating, or just having acquainted a person that is gonna like us exactly for who we are. So anyone who is trying to insinuate that we need them, it's going to be dead wrong. And actually, this is a type of people that we need to kind of like refrain from, avoid. Like they are a lava, like, like they are carrying on a leprosy, and we need to put a distance in between us and them. So that is the collective. That is the collective reading into these 24 days, give or take. It will be best, if we rely on ourselves, our communicative skills, our actual skills that carry his own merit, put them on a display, and we're going to find someone that will want to buy them or make use of them. So again, that was the collective reading. Now there are going to be 12 readings, just like this one, and each one of them is going to be for the designated star sign. Bear in mind that they are going to be generalized readings, so to extract the best out of them, you need to project them on your own personal situation that you're going through right now. If you want me to do that for you, if you want me to read specifically to your situation, to your problems that you're facing, if you are facing any, or you want me just to check whether something is going to work out and how it's going to work out for you that you are planning, then you can visit my website, which link you can find in the description down below. And there at the very front page, you can see full list of my services and also their pricing. If you enjoyed the show and you do wish to support it, you can do so using Super Chat or a PayPal. The PayPal link you can find again into the description down below, and any Patreon that donates is going to have a personalized reading at the end of the stream. Just like Yasmin did. Yasmin, thank you for the 20. Thank you, Yasmin. And also Taco, thank you for the $22.22. With let me put you into the list, Taco and Yasmin. All right. So with that being cleared out, starting up with the first star sign, that will be Aries. I'm going to run down the ecliptic, meaning that these star signs are going to be read in order. And you can keep up what star sign I'm reading for through the Glyph being displayed right there. MT, thank you for the 20. Thank you, MT. Let me put you into the list. All right. So for Aries, these are your cards, guys. 2 of Wands, 9 of Swords, and also a Queen of Pentacles. It's kind of like peeking out from one of the sides of the 2 of Wands. Pretty clear influence of Venus for you, and that will be that you are gonna quickly come to realization that you are on the right track and that you are actually developing a more or less a gold mine. Literally, you're gonna start seeing a good accomplishments to your current enterprises and undertakings as well, which will create kind of like a double-edged feeling, or a feeling that it is a double-edged sword. On one side, you're going to be pretty thrilled, wanting to explore even further and make it even bigger and greater breakthrough into that very same field, which you're going to see these good accomplishments. That could be intimate field or a business field, again, generalized reading. But on the flip side, you're also going to grow a bit anxious, because the more you grow, the bigger the consequences or the bigger the losses you can accumulate. And so think of it that way. That may very well be the period where you're going to see really good progress with a person that you very much like. However, the more you grow close to each other, the more you're going to start feeling fear of losing that individual, and this is a price that you will have to make. And there is going to be another person, there is always going to be a third party here, that it's someone you already know. So okay, so that is a someone which you have a thing with for a quite some time, all right? And that individual will try to pull you out that's profitable, for a lack of a better word here, endeavor of yours, trying to display to you that you do have a bigger potential with them than with your personal undertaking currently. And here the situation kind of begs the question, well, if we do have that big of a potential, why haven't we unfolded it up until this point, right? Because it's not there, or at least it's not as big as they're trying to present it. So next 24 days, first, how can I put it towards a go for your own things first, and only when you kind of like exhaust all of your personal options, then kind of like lean towards some kind of partnerships with the people that you already know. That is the advice of the cards. Moving on next, that will be Taurus. Good one. So we do have a Four of Cups, Eight of Pentacles, and Knight of Pentacles. So that Knight of Pentacles with the Four of Cups, it does kind of like indicates that one of the two things is going to take place here. Either you are waiting for someone to get ready, or someone is waiting for you to get ready. Either way, ready either of you shall become, meaning that, think of it that way, you have a plan that relies on someone doing their job well. That's going to be the transit where they are going to get their job done, right? Or you may have a plan that relies on you getting your job, but you are in a kind of a pickle right now. Well, that pickle will be overcome and you will be able to do your job. Bottom line is that whatever you are planning for or you're preparing for, your preparations and your plans are going to be, you know, immaculate by the end of month March, and there will be nothing left to do for you but just, you know, initiate them. And in any case, you will be able to push the bar a little bit further. In many cases, far further than expected, but there will be those cases that will be just a little bit further. Nonetheless, is going to be a surplus. And the partnership that you're going to do it through, because there will be a partnership there, at least according to these cards, you can expect to be, at least for you Taurus, a super pleasant, because the person that you're going to partner with, very consistent, systematic, simple. That is a treasure these days. That will be a person without having any surreptitious intentions, without having any slinking manners, for a lack of better word here, and that it is a very forthcoming with, you know, their anticipations and also kind of like their plans. So you're going to know exactly what they're about to do, when they're about to do it, and what they're expecting to come out of it. And there will be no unpleasant surprises working or dating that person. Moving on next, that will be Gemini. Those are the cards on Gemini. So we do have Page of Wands, the Emperor, and Nine of Cups, Venus in Aries. Will offer you so many other options to explore. It's gonna be like there is no tomorrow. I don't know where to begin from here with these cards. Like I said, the universe, depending on what you believe in, you know, some people believe in God, other in the universe, third in chance, whatever you believe in, is gonna throw a lot of newness your way. So you can expect new jobs, you can expect new clients, you can expect new suitors as well. A lot of newness. And what is going to be common in between all of the newness that, the faith, let's put it that way, faith is going to throw your way. It is that it will be very uniquely tailored to you, meaning that you are the only one who can take advantage of it, can use it. And it will require a lot of discipline. I can't exactly say consistency because it implies that it will, the whole procedure and the whole process, it will be a bit ambiguous, and therefore you won't be able to predict every step of the way. But it will require a concentration and also discipline as well. Foresight here. Basically, the situations in these 30 days or 24 days, I'm sorry, will require from you to be always on top of it. And therefore, while there will be like say 20 options available in front of you, you can only handle 2, maximum 3, because you need to be on top of all of them, and just the day has only 24 hours at the end of the day. And you won't be able, it's just, my point is that you will end up being overwhelmed. And this is a very dangerous elemental dignity here, 9 of Cups, that is dignifying Page of Wands. It kind of means that if you try to juggle with too many things, none of them you will be able to hold for much longer, and you will be only bound to a short-term happiness, won't be, and without having the capability or the capacity to transform it into a long-term one. And that is only if you kind of forget yourself and don't put yourself a brakes on the options and the enterprises in front of you. So kind of like refrain yourself from taking too much stuff, and just constrain yourself to only 2 or 3 projects, 2 or 3 people, or 2 or 3 tasks running at the same time. Great. I hope that my computer doesn't start updating in midstream. It just notified me that there is an update, and it's going to update it tonight, and it's already night here. So if I cut from the stream, it is because the computer shut down for update. Right, so next, that will be Cancer. That's interesting. 4 of Cups, 7 of Cups, and Page of Pentacles. Yeah. These 2 cards, I mean, that elemental dignity, it kind of speaks that a friend of yours will want something more. Now, obviously, first thing that comes in mind is more than just a friendship, some kind of romantic incentive that is there. But as general reading, they could probably have an idea as well, or some of them may have an idea to start a business together, or have some kind of a crazy hobby that they do want to explore with you. But the thing is that it will answer a hope of yours. This comes from the other elemental dignity here, 4 of Cups and 7 of Cups. That will be the necessary final piece. So a hope or a dream, or whatever way you want to call it, that is outside of your reach right now, because that piece didn't fell on its place. Now, as it is in its place, this hope becomes feasible. It becomes accomplishable, achievable. No different than having a hope, that I don't know, a boyfriend of acquaintance of yours will become free. They will no longer going to be girlfriend and boyfriend. They're going to break up, and now that man is out for a season. And there you go, you have it now. So you can take your chances, and oh boy, you do have a very, very good chances, because that Page of Pentacles, the way it sees you right now, whether for business, whether for love, whether for friendship. They see you as someone that it's worth it, someone that worth the effort, at least at that stage, and don't prove them wrong, you know. Put the effort behind. It's kind of important. And the way you do that, at least at first, is by being grounded. It's the best way how I can describe it. Okay, don't bullshit them out, right? Don't play hard to get. Be real. All right, next, that will be Leo. Seven of Cups, Eight of Cups, and Page of Wands. Actually, I'm gonna like off the camera a little bit. So these three cards. Give me a second. We have a person that is strongly opposing what you are about to do in these 24 days, and what you are about to do. Let's say that it is a thing you want to do for a very long time, and now you're going to have the chance to do so. Not ideal though. And actually, this is a transit where you're just gonna have a taste of it. Okay, like I don't know the English word for it. Let me check it out, so I'm sure that I'm making my point across. Hold on a second. What is that thing? Okay. Serious sample. All right. I'm not sure that that's well. That's gonna do it. But I'm not sure that that is the true word I'm looking for. Anyway, so you're going to take a sample of it. Because the circumstances will not going to be perfect. And I can give you pretty clear example of it, guys and girls. Think of it that way. You like someone, that someone is in another country right now because they're visiting family, or because, you know, they're on a business trip, for example. And through chat, you share similar feelings. So you're pretty clear on that when they come back, you're going to hit it off. But they aren't around right now. So while you have the future set, the circumstances are not exactly favorable, and you just have to powerhouse through it. Okay, you just have to muster your patience, if you want to say it that way, because the future really holds a much better perspective in that regard. However, it will be extra hard to muster the patience because of that person, Page of Wands, that is going to be highly opposing the thing you are going to be waiting for. So that may be, for example, that may be a person that wants you for themselves, or just hate the one that you're waiting for, or just hate your idea in general. And the best thing you can do, ignore them. That is literally the best thing you can do. But long story short here, Leo, if you are patient enough, then a wish or a dream you have is about to come true. You're on the final stretch. The only thing you gotta do is just wait. Virgo next. These are the cards for Virgo. So Three of Cups, Six of Pentacles, and the Sun card. Huge approval. It's this Venus transit. You will not request, but receive. Okay, so you are going to receive huge approval at work, huge approval from your friends, from your family as well. And bottom line is that what you are after, okay, will be very acceptable to the other side. So if you are after a raise in salary, will become very acceptable for your boss to give you that raise. Or if you are after some kind of a will, some kind of inheritance, it will be very acceptable to your family after that Venus transit in Aries. However, this is just the first step for you, because as the Venus transit is progressing, you're going to start coming up to mind to even a bigger plans, even bigger goals, and from a genuine target at first, this thing will become just a milestone for you, that inheritance or that raise, or that promotion. But you will impress and infiltrate in circles in the next 24 days. You will get on the good side of your boss, of your friends, of your elders, or of your spouse if you do want something from them, and you don't have to do anything but being yourself. And also refrain from asking too much for help. That is also very important, because the way you get under their skin is showing that you can actually handle yourself into your current environment, because their opinion is that you are exactly where you need to be, and if you can't handle that, then you aren't good for more, and they are willing to give you more on basis of your current performance. And that is exactly what's going to happen. And just as a bonus, these people are going to love you even more. So that is extra bonus for if your situation is developing in relationship field. Okay, next one, that will be Libra. These are your cards. We do have the Emperor, the High Priestess, and also Nine of Cups. So two ways. Either you have asked for it. That is, for example, the project you have asked for, the job you have asked for, the trip you have asked for example, the holiday that you have asked for. Bottom line is that you have asked for it, and now you got it, right? You got the date, you got the job, you got the meeting, whatever you have asked for. Just to kind of like realize that it is a bigger piece than you thought it is. It's not the walk in the park you have imagined to be. And you are going to have to put extra effort into the endeavor. I would even say that from endeavor, it will turn to be ordeal. That is worth it. By the end of it, okay, it will help you. The whole thing is going to help you to establish even a greater control of your life. And through that job, friendship, whatever you have asked for, you will be able to establish your day-to-day routine in such a way that will allow you to face the ups and downs of everyday's life with ease. The second version is when you haven't asked for it. What I mean is that this is a crisis ensuing either in your job. It's very unlikely to be in a relationship. Most likely it is into the job where the monotony is simply destroyed by some kind of unpredictable events, either a shift in the market, or say the management is also changed, whatnot. The ways that it can happen are numerous, and you just have to show strength, not weakness. That's going to be the moment, right? These 24 days where you need to be indomitable. How you're going to do it, well, that depends on your situation, but the smallest weakness you show, and the vultures and also the scavengers are going to be out for blood, your blood. So you don't want that. Hello, Yadabi. And therefore, if you do have weakness, if you do have someone you care for, if you do have something to be afraid of, don't show it. Okay, next, Scorpio. The hell is this? Just this Two of Wands, an Ace of Pentacles. And this is truly baffling. So on one hand, next 24 days, I'm very curious how this thing is going to develop, because on one hand, next 24 days are going to be very busy, and they are going to be days of expansions. Simply says that every responsibility, every task, every endeavor, every deed will have an expansive effect. It will expand our business, or it will expand our relationship, it will expand our job, and it just is going to be an addition. All right, it's going to pile on top of the current achievements, which is going to be great. From another hand, though, with that Ace of Pentacles to the Justice, it speaks that none of it is going to worth it. It's just none of it, because these, I usually don't take my liberty to explain you the elemental dignities, but I'm going to do it right now. These two are active enemies. So what that means is that this is the business, right? And this is the worth. And they are enemies. Therefore, the worth kills the business, meaning that as the business is the primary card, we aren't putting it to worth. So everything, although is going to produce results and is going to give an expansion, that expansion is going to be a worthless expansion. I don't know. It's going to be, to me, it looks like a scavenging operation, for lack of better word here, trying to salvage things around, kind of like trying to keep your face above the surface, if you know what I mean. Kind of like just the bare bones required so the ship doesn't sink in. So these aren't going to be the best, this is not going to be the best transit for Scorpio. The only thing that I can imagine is that these are tasks and responsibilities which, if we do not perform, if we do not kind of like attend to, they are going to, the consequences are going to be far worse than, putting into the effort and getting nothing in return, or like I said, the bare bones of return. Hello, Yasmin. Welcome to the stream. So, Scorpio, it's another transit of just, struggle and, I don't know, like worthless efforts just to keep afloat. Well, I'm not surprised. Sagittarius. That's a good one for Sagittarius. Knight of Swords, the Lovers, and Two of Cups. It's like a grace, right? It's like a grace. That's these 24 days, you simply won't be able to take the wrong option because there will be no wrong option for you. Every single one is going to suit you in a way that it will work and it will be something you will enjoy, be a part of. Simple as that. For example, every single suitor out there, no matter which one you choose, is going to be one that is going to be pleasant and that relationship with them can work for you. Or same thing can apply for jobs as well. Although the people that aren't involved into the situation will try to poke their nose in it, and they will not going to interfere that much, but it will be quite annoying, at least for you. So, my friend Sagittarius, the only thing that it will be difficult for you this transit is just take your pick. Right? Just pick your poison and move on. Because like I said, every single one of it will work for you. Next one, Capricorn. 3 of Wands, 4 of Cups, and Knight, not Knight, but King of Swords. That is like an offer in the next 24 days that you're gonna get. An offer that is gonna solve a lot of your concerns and worries. This isn't about solving problems, it's more about your concern, for example, whether your job is gonna take off or not. Your concern, for example, whether your dating stage is going to transform into something more in real committed relationship, for example, and so on and so forth. And these concerns will be banished because a true strategy, it is the best way how I can describe it. This is going to be a strategy presented that will answer your expectations about the job, about the love life, about the friendships as well. Though the strategy itself, how your goal can be accomplished here, it will require a lot from you. This will be a true challenge that you will need to undertake. Depending on your situation, that challenge may requires a lot of things or different stuff. For example, that could be a challenging compromise that you need to make, or a challenging act, or a I don't know, a challenging transition, and so on and so forth. Bottom line is that once you complete the challenge, then you will definitely going to raise the bar of your well-being and as well of your acquisitions here. And the boredom gone. I mean, you will truly going to step into a kind of like, I don't know, new stage in development. All right, next, Aquarius. Queen of Wands, Five of Cups, and Two of Swords for Aquarius. Best way how I can describe it, it's a patch, right? 24 days in which you will figure out what went wrong, or in other words, what you did wrong, and where you have picked up the wrong thing, and a chance how to right the wrong. Okay. Could be also about something you said. You chose to say certain words. They created a state of disappointment. You are disappointed from yourself. Your colleagues may be disappointed from you. Your spouse may be disappointed from you. And in the next 24 days, you will figure out how to mend that. You are going to figure out how to right the wrong. And the option will be pretty obvious. You cannot get it wrong this time around. And a big portion of that is going to be because in these 24 days, you're going to have an astute sense into the human nature, what people expect from you, what they lack, what they need, where their strong and weak sides are, and therefore pushing some buttons on certain people kind of like will allow you to, again, right the wrong. So there is no mistake for you, at least at that stage, Aquarius. That is beyond repairing, and that is exactly what you're going to do into the next 24 days. You're going to fix your wrongdoings if you have made any, doesn't matter whether they are big or a small. And when it comes to your career, at least according to these cards, you can expect some leadership role. For some of you, maybe a small one. For others, maybe a big one. Okay, it's a generalized reading, but nonetheless, you are to be expected to make at least one big and correct decision, which if you are patient enough, again, to collect all the data, you have no trouble picking the right option. And in love life or in relationship life, personal life, this is going to be transit where you're going to be very, very attractive. And in order to find a suitor, the only thing you gotta do is just get out, and people are gonna pile up for you, at least according to these cards. And one of them is gonna stand out. Give it enough time. And last but not least, that will be Pisces. These are your cards. Page of Pentacles, the Moon, and Six of Pentacles. That would be a transit of wealth. Well, it may sound a little bit, well, a lot, actually, not just a little bit, but I don't know the English word again, like a thunder, right? It may sound like a thunder, but that will be the 24 days within which you get what you are born for. And that will be a tangible object, or a tangible result. Like you get the money you're born for, or you get the property you're born for, you know. What those cards are saying is that you are gonna get a thing of worth. That's is gonna make you feel quite calm, is the best word I can find here, for the times that are coming ahead. Your emotional state will become solid. It's going to become contained, is the best words I can find here. So you won't kind of like feel troubled and also concerned about your future after these 24 days, at least for a little while, because the very least you're going to have the confidence based on the wealth you're going to get. Because and when I say wealth, you don't kind of like imagine only money, because for some people health is wealth, for others love is wealth, for third family is wealth, for fourth children are wealth. So depending on your wealth, or in other words what you lack right now, you're going to feel very confident in your abilities to face the future. So confident, in fact, that when you think about it, you're going to come to the conclusion that you don't need any help whatsoever with your future and how to handle that future. And the future itself is going to lead you to a destination that you're in fact destined for. So that is going to be a transit which is going to snowball, or rather like kick the domino effect. And that domino is gonna end at a place or a thing which is yours by a birthright, and you just have to go with the flow, right? Just go with the domino effect. And that's about it. There are going to be some strange events for you Pisces happening in these 24 days, and kind of like it's a moment where it's easier said than done, but it's a moment where you just have to trust the process and again just go with the flow. Right, so that was for the 12th, and now the super chat readings. Anyone who donated or is about to donate on the stream is going to have a personalized reading right now. And first one, that will be Yasmin. These are your cards, Yasmin. This Venus transit, Venus going through Aries, will manifest to you through rather, at least for you, unpleasant circumstances. Basically, you're going to be made for to do something that initially you don't want to. To me, it feels like an ultimatum. And what you're going to be made for doing is outside of your lifestyle. It's not an unlawful thing, right? But it is outside of your lifestyle, and you're going to be made uh, straining away from your lifestyle or fixing your lifestyle because it creates trouble. It kind of like it creates conflict, it creates problems, and it's a source of um, a setback, or rather like a plight. I don't know how to describe it here. It's a reason why you are facing difficulties on a daily basis at certain field in your life. And a person that has an authority over you, at least at that point, is gonna make you say change it, change a part of your code of conduct, or rather like conduct at work, uh, change the way you talk, for example, or the way you behave. Again, it's related to your lifestyle, and you will be motivated doing so through some kind of a bonus or a gift. So basically, to me, it looks like a promise that if you are willing to make that compromise, then a path to something ambitious you do have in mind is going to be clear. And you just have to traverse that threshold of your comfort zone to a new conduct that is going to be more, say, effective or efficient. And again, at first, it's going to feel kind of scary. It's going to feel like you are in uncharted territory. But in reality, you have nothing to lose. And in fact, anything that's kind of like you do outside of the box is going to produce a good result, at least according to these cards. No. It's not too awful. It is just, it's like breaking a habit. Okay, it's like breaking a habit. You're going to be asked to break a certain habit. Because there are also celebrations involved in terms of having a good time once you break that habit off. And in fact, it may start a suggestion exactly on some kind of a celebration or some kind of a situation where you are having fun at. Okay, so that is what we have for you. No different than, for example, if you are a smoker, okay, and you're used to going for a smoke, say every hour or every couple of hours at work, and then you are politely asked that you can smoke on your free time, but not when you are at work. And at first, it will be kind of tough, right? I mean, smokers. I don't know if you're a smoker, but if you don't, when you gotta go, you gotta go, right? Because otherwise, the cigarette is the only thing you think about. I guarantee you, the cigarette, it is the only thing you can think about. You can't do your job, you can't think straight. It's you just, well, you can think straight, but again, the cigarette, it is the primary thing you think about. But that wanes with time, you know, and it's no different than you are asked politely that you shouldn't kind of like smoke when you're at work. And therefore, you gotta break that habit of yours. And at first, it's gonna be tough, but later on, you're gonna be grateful for it. Yeah. Hello, positively blissful. All things changing, you say. What is the forecast? Okay, we're going to check it out. Thank you for the 20. Thank you. And put you into the list. Taco, you're going to be last as... Oh yeah, there is no ex-smoker. I mean, I know people that are not smoking for say a decade, and they still have there is still time, even to this day, that they do want to light up cigarette. So there is no an ex-smoker. A second. All right, MT next. Personally, I don't see anything wrong with smoking. Actually, Monday, Yasmin. Actually, Monday, because I had something urgent to do, and that's why I couldn't go live last night. So I'm doing it tonight. There is a bit of a change of schedule for this week, so it will be Monday. Yeah, that is only for this week. From the next week moving forward, back to schedule. Bye, Yasmin. Have a great one. Oh, those are your cards. Because I know you, I do believe that that will happen in one of your gym sessions. That is just an assumption of mine, but I do believe that it's going to happen in one of your gym sessions, MT. And you will hear some harsh words about your routine, about your exercise regime, for example, or in worst case scenario about your look, which are not gonna touch you emotionally. Okay, so you're gonna brush them off, but also in the same time, you are gonna take them as inspiration or like as a motivation. That is how you're gonna take them, because as a result, you will improve big time your physical well-being. You will look better. You are gonna be healthier, and in generally, you are gonna be more. The best word that I can describe here, according to these cards, is vivacious. no different than, you know, hearing someone to kind of like whisper in addressing you that you are never gonna look like something, you know, and you hear that, you kind of like um, have a give them a smug and mobilize and do what they thought you wouldn't be, right? So yeah, I mean, the kickstart will be kind of like an unpleasant situation, uh, in which, you know, like I said, you are going to hear an unpleasant qualification addressing you that will give you nothing else but a motivation to improve yourself, your physical body, and your health. And you will achieve a great milestones this week. And the person that is going to say those words, it's nothing but mean, okay? They don't have any other merit than just being mean. So it's best not to take it to heart when you hear those kind of qualifications to your address, but as a result, you will simply gonna, I mean, the improvement is gonna be huge, okay? All right, positively blissful. Let's see what Venus transiting through Aries holds for you. I don't know. It could be both. It doesn't say. It could be a complete stranger, you know, crossing on the street with you and kind of like looking you up uh, bottom to top, you know, and kind of like frowning, and that could be exactly the trigger. You mobilize and, you know, put everything you got to just, you know, be better. It doesn't have to be someone you know. All right, positively blissful. These are the cards, your cards, and that's a love phone call. That's going to be the most important event taking place uh next 24 days for you, and through that love phone call, yeah, usually it's the same kind of like gender, you know. So yeah, back to you, blissful. Yeah, a love phone call that is gonna restore your hope that the person from the other side is changing, okay, changing in a way that they're the way that they do live and the way that kind of like they are behaving is compatible with kind of like your day-to-day routine, and also your wishes, your wants, and as well your dream is going to be a hopeful, if I can put it that way, a love phone call that you can truly uh, restore. So I do believe that it is a call for reconciliation. If you're mentioning here that your relationship is over, okay, I do think that that's the case here. Uh, For the next 24 days, at least according to these cards, your case still is going to end up being pendant. We do have a neutral to a pending, I'm sorry. A neutral element of dignity in between justice and ace of cups. So almost no move forward whatsoever. But the phone call about love, it's going to be there. Okay. Does not have to be a reconciliation though. It could be the situation where a friend of yours that is having feelings for you for quite some time now kind of like mustered the courage to share them with you. And it will be uplifting, for lack of better words. It will restore your hope that, you know, you will be loved again. It's a good transit for you. Okay, and last but not least, that will be Taco. Well, positively blissful, like I said, it doesn't have to be reconciliation. The fact that you're going to be very hopeful about it and you don't want the reconciliation, it kind of speaks that most likely it won't be about a reconciliation. You're welcome. Those are your cards, Taco. We have the Sun. Those are your Lenormand cards, actually. Sun, the dog, and the stork. These are your tarot cards. So it's a good thing I know you, mate. Because I would have been very confused if I didn't know you. This is about a friendship that you made over, okay, that you made in Colombia. You were in Colombia, right? So it's about a friendship you made there with a purpose. Okay, it's a friendship that it was a specific purpose to it. For example, you befriended someone because it can be your tour guide, or you have been befriended someone because it can supply you with something, you know. So it's a purposeful friendship. And or you have befriended someone so can vouch for you. So this friendship, the purpose you made it for, will deliver in next 24 days, right? It will simply going to deliver. That will help you to establish some kind of a long-term goal. It is the best way how I can describe it, though it won't be a lifeline for you, right? So that is a goal that if it works out, great. If it doesn't, it won't be a loss at all. So this is a quite, how can I put it to work, not just only purposeful, but the very beneficial, it is the best way how I can describe it, a friendship for you, or it's at least it's gonna turn out to be a very, very beneficial beneficial friendship. It could be visa as well, right? If that is your goal. They don't say visa, but it is a purposeful friendship that is going to deliver for the sake of the purpose that it is created for. But again, it won't be a lifeline. So if things fall apart, it won't be the last thing that you can resort to. Other things I can tell you, yeah, it's gonna take you at least one step closer to the desired and wishful results you do have right now. So if that's the visa you're speaking about, then yeah, it is really good news. Okay, it is really good news. Hold on a second. Well, I think it relates to traveling, but also the card, because the next one it is the ship, and the ship has three keywords: travel, from afar, inheritance, right? But I don't think it's about inheritance because there is a friend involved. So it's either someone that it is over there, right? Or it's someone that is coming to you. But I think it's someone that is over there, which will serve a really good purpose to you, to get you closer to the desired results. What comes through again? A lot. I'm sorry, not again, but a lot. I'm sorry, guys. I'm quite tired. Well, you do have a friend that has a purpose with you. Okay, there is something you gotta do with that friend if the dogs is coming a lot. So you are approaching then a quite important event in your life. Well, then you're gonna travel, mate. Or you're gonna get your inheritance. Either way, it's a plus. Alright, guys and girls. This is gonna do it for tonight. Next live stream is going to be Monday. What is Monday? Hold on a second. Monday is 9th. What do we have? We have Jupiter Direct. Yeah, it's Jupiter Direct, or it could be weekly. I'm gonna see about it. Most likely weekly, because Jupiter Direct is a very, very long one. Yeah, it's in the middle of Cancer, so it's gonna be a very, very long one, years in advance. Yeah, I'm gonna pass out as well, mate. I'm very tired. So yeah, that's gonna do it for tonight, guys and girls. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for your generosity. Thank you. And we're gonna see each other Monday. Until then, bye.